Thanks for having us on, Scott.
Congrats on the show.
Thank you very much. Dan Niles, I begin with you, and I take it on where our top story began. How can the market stabilize if its biggest sector, technology, can't?
Well, first of all, congratulations, Scott, on your new show. It's too bad they have you working overtime, though, but bad dad joke. I think, right now you have to step back and look at the big picture, which is you've got inflation at 40-year highs. You've got unemployment in the bottom 5% of all readings. And up until last week, you had the Fed still buying securities. So you're so far out of whack, and especially when you look at valuations at all-time record highs coming down, that you still have a long way to go from a time basis to get all of this stuff resolved. On a short-term basis, I think the next 3 to 5% move is actually higher from here, but you always see bear market rallies and then these retrenchments, and you're now having earnings getting cut across sectors because of what's going on with inflation in Russia. And so, I think you see short-term stabilization, but long-term it goes still lower.
Brian, you have the highest S&P target on the street at 5,300. And I'm wondering if you're sticking with that and how you would answer that same question. NASDAQ's in trouble. It can't find its footing at all. So how can we do what you think the stock market can do unless that stabilizes?
It's a great question, and it's an honor to be on your first show with you, Scott. The only thing that I would dismiss is that earnings are actually going up. If you do the math and do the analysis, you'll see that S&P earnings for 2022 are actually up relative to they were 2 months ago. I think analysts are revising their first and second quarter numbers, but third and fourth quarter numbers, I think, are going to be strong. And I think we're going to see better growth than everybody thinks. That's kind of number one. Number two, I will agree with Dan, my old colleague from a long, long time ago, that I think this is going to be a process that's going to take several months, if not years, in terms of normalization. And I don't think investors are quite ready for that. So why I'm still bullish and why I do not believe it's time to change the target is let's see where this kind of settles in here, and then we'll be able to approximate how much the market can go up from these levels. Remember, usually and historically since 1970, when you have a 10% correction, you have a 9-month performance of 21% after that in the upside. Over the last 50 years, again, it's been 27% on a 12-month basis. So we still have 9 months to go. And I think people are still way too focused on the negative. And I think we could have a really nice bounce back in some of these NASDAQ names that people are right now avoiding.